gang. It's Mama Omega and this bitch. And I am back with another one. Ashe, 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 all. Thank you for joining. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you've been rocking with me since day one, I appreciate your love, your loyalty, your support. Please put one of your many favorite Truth Gang hashtags in the comments section. Let me know that you are here. Thumbs up the video as you come in. I really would appreciate that. I apologize if you guys have inboxed me and I was unable to respond to the inbox. I was a little preoccupied yesterday with the Sunday reading special, so I was unable to get everyone in yesterday. So if I didn't get you yesterday for a Sunday reading special, again, I do apologize. My inbox immediately filled up. Like, as soon as I got off the live, I basically was booked for the rest of the evening. So again, I apologize. I always have that Sunday reading special available for you guys every Sunday. And then also there's a discounted reading that you guys can book during the week, which is the early bird special, and you'll get the full spread for $50 if that's something that you guys are interested in. Truth gang, it's so good to see you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. All right, so I just wanted to, I don't know if this video will be a long video. It probably won't be too long. I just wanted to address, the people that are inboxing me because I didn't get to answer everybody. And it just, like, I seen the messages coming through, so I don't want y'all to feel like y'all was ignored or anything like that. But I could not respond to everybody. I did see a message from today, though, because you know how on Facebook, you don't even have to go into the message. It'll just pop up and it'll show you what they're saying or whatever. And it was from my girl, Miss Stoned or whatever. And she was asking me, how do I know when Papa Legba was passing me on to the next gatekeeper? So I thought, I could address that shit here on this video, because that's a good question that the tribe might want to know. How did I know that Papa Legba was giving me to another gatekeeper? So honestly, I knew things were getting shaky because with the whole spiritual court situation, with me being in judgment and me being in the spiritual courts while I was alive, while I'm still alive. I done been in the spiritual courts like 3 or 4 times. Also, I do want to point this out, or the celestial court. Rapper Kevin Gates has talked about going to celestial court. Before he even came out, I believe I had several videos about being in celestial court while I was alive, because these people that do black magic on you or whatnot, all of that shit has to be signed off on through a loa, through the judge, the council of the judges, through Santa Muerte. When you do magic, it's like you're petitioning out there, and then that request gets filtered through a council of judges or whatever, and then boom, 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 boom. If you got the ashe or whatever, they'll either let it go through or they will not. So the only way that I knew was, like I said, he came. I'm rolling up my joint too, y'all, so hold on. He came and he basically was saying, like, it's time for me to go. I should have already been gone. At that point, I had been dealing with Papa Legba for about 3 years. So he was telling me it was time for him to go and not to worry, that he was going to give me to another gatekeeper. And I told y'all, the spirits interact with me differently than they do other people. Everybody has their own different gifts. So he might not do it the same way for me that he does it for you, or he might not do it the same way for you as he would the next person. So my introduction to Baron Sambi was basically Papa Legba coming into my home and him saying, look, I gotta go. I tarried with you way longer than I was supposed to. He was only supposed to be with me, I believe, 3 to 6 months, but he ended up staying with me for about 3 years. Now, Papa Legba never really fully left me. If I called the name of Legba, he's going to instantly show up. If I ever called him, he's going to instantly show up. I'm going to be able to see him, where he's standing at. I know he's there, But he was basically telling me, because shit had got hectic over there in the spirit realm, that I needed to move on to another gatekeeper. And when this happened for me, I was actually in Louisiana. And I was crying a lot during this time. Right? And this is how I knew, like, there was a complete difference between Baron Sambi and Papa Legba as well. Because the way that Papa Legba dealt with me when I was sad and when I was crying was completely fucking different than when Baron Sambi had dealt with me when I was crying and shit. Like if I was like really overly emotional, like, oh my god, no, no, no. Baron Sambi is not emotional, okay? Not at all. Papa Legba, when I cry, Papa come in and I feel him as a grandfather come around and hug me and comfort me and warm me with that love and that grandfather feeling. And Baron Sambi was more or less sitting across the room fucking with my fanny pack. I had a fanny pack when I was in Louisiana, and it was black, and it was the Getty colors. It was black, and it had diamond studs all over it, and he liked it. So, like, he would fuck with it. So I could see him in the corner of my room fucking with my shit when I would cry. And basically what Baron Sambi would end up doing is passing me on to the mothers. He brought to me Mama Bridget and Mama Marie Laveau. Baron Sambi wasn't even my gatekeeper for that long of a time. I want to say Baron Sambi was over me probably like two weeks. And I got another gatekeeper. So it just all depends on what it is, you know what I'm saying, that you're dealing with. I had actually asked, my bad, y'all. I had actually asked, I asked Baron Sambi for something, and he told me that it was not in his area of expertise to be giving me what I was asking him, but he said he knew who to go to, and that's kind of how I ended up underneath Santa Muerte, because that's his mama. So he explained. Now, in the Voodoo pantheon, they're going to call her something different. I would like to say I feel like Santa Muerte in the Voodoo pantheon would be like Marietta or something like that. That's her name, Marietta. And she's like one of the most dangerous fucking loas that there is, or whatever, right? So he ended up giving me to Santa Muerte as her gatekeeper, and it could have been because I was overly emotional, but I do know this, like, you'll know for sure which spirit you're dealing with, because Papa Legba, like I said, is going to come in, and he's going to be very, very loving, and he's going to be very, very kind, and even comforting at sometimes. And Baron Sambi is going to be looking at you like, why in the fuck? He didn't know what the fuck to do when a bitch was crying and shit. He was like, what the fuck? He had no idea. So that is something as well. And then what's the name of this live, y'all? Shit. Because I put what I wanted to talk about in the live. All right. So the name of this live is Unanswered Inboxes. I apologize. Healing Journey in Spirit Movie. Okay. So, Healing Journey. Okay. So, let's get on that. All right, so those of you all who have been affected by black magic, it didn't take an instant for the black magic to take effect on you, okay? It didn't take an instant. It didn't happen instantaneously. When this situation happened to you, some of this stuff has been done to you for years. But those of you all who have had your health attacked by black magic, Spirit says that you're going to end up in better health than any of these people. Okay, any of these people. And I just heard a voice. I heard a voice before I even went live, and the voice was basically telling me, like, you're not gonna die, because I'm like, when you deal with black magic and shit, and you know what it is, you can see it. Either you can combat it, and even whether or not you're going to survive the black magic that is thrown up on you is going to depend on whether or not you're speaking life upon yourself or whether or not you're speaking death upon yourself. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I had a moment like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to go through this healing process. I don't want to fucking have to do this shit. Can't you just fucking snap your fingers, Baron Sambi and Mama Bridget and fucking Santa Muerte? Can't you just fucking snap your fingers and put me back the fucking way that I was? And Spirit said, no. Shit. They said no. You have to. This is a journey. This is a process. You're going to have to get up in the morning times. You're going to have to eat right. You're going to have to exercise. You're going to have to put forth in the effort to heal yourself. No, you did not do this to yourself. Okay? No, you did not do this to yourself. And the Spirit wants you to understand that they understand exactly what's going on. And a lot of people are going to be used as examples. Okay? A lot of people are going to be used as examples, okay? And the example is going to be to show these people who the fuck is boss, whose ancestors has the most pull. So some of the things that they have done to you, they allowed these things to happen to you, whether it was sickness or these motherfuckers was fucking with your health and all that other shit. They allow certain things to happen to you, so just so that the Spirit can show how they heal and show how this process is going to work, okay? So y'all gotta bear with Spirit. This shit is not going to be easy. This shit is going to be a long road. You're going to need your rest. You're going to try to have to keep your vibration, to a certain level. All right. And people are saying like vibrational shit. I think I seen Dolo say some shit like vibrational shit is humanistic and that's low. Vibration itself or raising your vibration itself is low vibrational because you're going off of how you feel. You're going to need to keep how you feel in check though. Because the moment that you start to doubt and the moment that you start to feel, you literally start to kill yourself. You literally start to give up and lay down and die. If you understand what I'm saying, and you don't want to do that. All right. You don't want to give up. You don't want to speak negatively. You want to constantly speak life over yourself. All right. And I also want to give our shade to the ancestors, angels and guides. Okay. Because I know that I could be a handful sometimes to deal with. And I'm sure we all can on our own right. And all those other things, I'm sure we all can in our own way, in our own right, or whatnot. But our ancestors, angels, and guides, they're telling me that they're doing everything that they can in their power without fucking up shit. They can't just do certain miracles and shit because it'll throw things off. You get what I'm saying? So they can't just like do certain shit because it's like a ripple in time. It's going to affect the collective whole, And I already told you guys this too, as well. They don't just hand out miracles, okay? Because then every human known to fucking mankind will come to the spirits and they'll ask them for miracles, and that's not what they don't do that. I mean, they do, but they don't. It's very, very rare. So if you do get some type of miraculous healing or something like that, it's not that the spirits are saying that you can't get it. If you do get it, you're rare. All right. You're rare as hell, and everybody's not going to get it that way. It's going to be a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. You're going to have to work yourself out of it. Just as much black magic and all the work that they put in on you is how much you're going to have to work to get out of it, to get this shit off of you. Okay? And this is what Spirit is saying. And this shit is hard. And you guys are not alone in this shit. All right? You're not alone in this shit. Even if it seems like it. It's something about being alone too, because I told you I heard the spirit. So it's something about being alone too. The spirits want to point out. Some of us are alone because the spirits just want to prove a point. And it's not to hurt you or anything like that or make you feel like you alone, but it's to show there wasn't no motherfucking body there but you and spirit. So if you got any help, it came from where is what they're doing. And that's why you're alone. Okay? So if that is you, this is why. All right? Somebody is going to have to go under the knife. I'm channeling now. Somebody is going to have to go under the knife. Okay? If y'all do have to go to these doctors and shit like that, you all need to be praying and you all need to be making your offerings and you all need to be calling the spirits to take the hands of the surgeons, to take the hands of the doctors, to take the hands of it. Spirits, St. Thomas Aquinas, all right? Spirits need to use humans to do certain shit. Okay? They need to use human bodies to do certain shit. All right. So when you're going into these places, do not go in fear. You go and make your offerings. If you go into a hospital, Ogun Balandio. All right. Also, Spirit wants me to point this out too. Everybody can't just be making offerings and shit to spirits. Okay. You can't just be walking up to no spirit and making no offerings. Some of these spirits will even get pissed off that they're being disturbed. And I know like some people want to, come at the Loas and the Aishas like they're all like holy and they're going to be there and all this other shit. Look, if you don't have the ashe to be going to these spirits to make your offerings and do that shit, if you don't have the power, your request is going to go unheard. If they don't fuck with you, your request is going to go unheard. And I don't care if you feel like you woke or not. Spirit is really wanting me to point this out. They don't work with all of humanity. They just don't. They don't work with all of humanity. All right. So if you have to go through these things, you need to get to your spiritualist so that person can make the offerings so that you can do what you need to do. Or that person needs to call the spirit for you or something. If you don't have the ashe to do so, you need to get to somebody who is connected with the spirits that can do so for you. All right. And it's always better to be safer when it comes to those situations, because I'm telling you, if you fuck with a spirit that is not really fucking with you, you're going to get an ass whooping. And sometimes it's not black magic, is that you was fucking with some shit you didn't have no business fucking with, and this is the backlash from it. Y'all remember when I told y'all I wanted to get something from Baba Luaye? Y'all remember that? And I was about to go and summons Baba Luaye, and I got a lot of motherfucking ashe when it comes to these spirits. I mean, I can call fucking high ass spirits down to demons all the way up to fucking angels and shit. And Baba Luaye was just standing there like, fuck with me. Fuck with me. And I did not fuck with him. And after I did not fuck with him, because something that was in me like, bitch, you better not fucking fuck with that fucking spirit. I could see him. And something in me was like, do not fucking, don't disturb him. Do not disturb him. Do not fucking disturb him. Right? And after I passed that test and I did not disturb him, and I was with Papa Legba at the time. Papa Legba was my gatekeeper at that point in time. Papa Legba was standing there too, like, do it, do it, do it, right? And my higher self was like, nah, bitch, don't you do that shit. Then the Baba Luaye came to me after I passed that test and was like, I am so glad that you did not disturb me, because if you would have disturbed me, I would have had to touch you. And if he would have touched me, he would have given me every disease known to mankind just for my disobedience. Now, I don't know how the fuck that would have worked out. And I'm somebody who's chosen. I'm somebody who has the ashe. I'm somebody who can do this. You get what I'm saying? I'm somebody who can do this. But it's certain deities and certain rights that everybody does not have, okay? So just keep that in mind when you guys are going to these spirits, or if you guys are approaching spirits. And if you are new here, I just want you to understand something. I have never, ever summoned a spirit. Every spirit that I have dealt with has always made contact with me first. All right? They've always made contact with me first. And that's what you should be doing as well. Like Baron Sambi and all that other stuff. I didn't make any contact with Baron Sambi. Baron Sambi made contact with me first through Papa Legba. You know what I'm saying? So like y'all got to make sure. And then y'all want to go amongst the Reikins. Don't ever go anywhere or do anything that ain't got shit to do with you. Some people will say, well, you know, Asha or Bela, whichever name y'all be calling me. Omega, Asha, Bela, whoever y'all be calling me. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you do certain videos or whatever, or certain topics like missing children, all other shit? Because sometimes you go meddling in the shit and then you start having these problems and you can't figure out why you're having these problems. Is because you was dabbling in some shit you didn't have no business doing. Even if you felt called to do so, like I did feel called to go to the Baba Luaye to get what the fuck I needed to get. But something in me was like, nah, bitch, wrong move. Okay? So just be wise when you're dealing with stuff like that, okay? Be wise. What else was I talking about on here? All right. Yeah, keeping in mind that your spirit journey is not gonna be, you know, overnight motherfucking shit. Now, when it's all said and done, it's gonna appear as if that shit was overnight. But when you look back, you're gonna be able to see every fucking brick you had to lay to build a new foundation, okay? So don't expect the miracle shit. I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying that it's very slim to none chance that your ass is gonna get some fucking healing without putting in no goddamn work, okay? The quicker you wake up from the shit and you realize that this is what's being done to you, the quicker that you can combat it. And now that you know that this is being done with you, the only way that you can lose is if you sit there and you allow what somebody has thrown at you or done to you to manifest inside of you, okay? So my last little topic that I wanted to talk about was the movie Winchester. Now I'm going to post a little thing on the board. I want everybody to go watch that movie, right? And the movie was about the Winchester family. And I believe this lady, it's a true story. This lady was around in the 1900s, right? And she and her family, they created guns. So this is Ogun Energy. They created guns, right? And this is also, the reason why I want y'all to watch this movie is because it's going to show you the chain reaction that fucking happens. Like when you do shit in the spirit realm, good or bad, when you do shit in the spirit realm, right? So I watched that or whatever. She created, her and her family created the guns or whatever. They got the technology. They created the guns. Her husband was killed by the guns. Her child was killed by the guns. There was a massacre in her gun factory. So she was being haunted by these people, these spirits who died by the gun that she created, that her family created, right? So she's being haunted by these spirits. So she says, she makes a deal with the spirits. And she says, okay, well, I'll build y'all a house so y'all can roam in a house. We'll work out your spiritual issues, whatever. And then you guys will be free. Right. So these spirits were like, basically, I don't want to say controlling her, but they kind of were controlling her because she felt like she didn't do what the fuck the spirits were saying do. And she was going to be in some type of trouble with the spirits or whatnot. And shit did go down when, you know, shit wasn't right. Shit did go down. But there was something about that movie as well. Like everybody was saying that this lady was crazy and that she needed a mental evaluation. And what was at stake was her to lose everything that she stood for. So her land, her property, her fortune, everything. Everybody in the community was saying this bitch was crazy, but this bitch was not crazy. They sent the doctor in to have a mental evaluation done on her. Motherfucking doctor thought she was crazy until he started seeing the motherfuckers too. Okay? and it helped the doctor to tap into his gifts and see, what's crazy and what's spirit. What's really crazy and what's spirit. And this lady didn't give a fuck what nobody said about her. Okay? She didn't give a fuck what nobody said. I had to relight my joint, y'all. She didn't give a fuck about what nobody said. She still was going to do what the fuck the spirits were telling her to do. All right, somebody needs to have that type of resilience. She was doing this to break a generational curse because she felt like if she didn't complete what she had promised these spirits, that all the men in her family, I think she said for 4 generations, all the young men in her family would die off. Okay? And that's just because she created one thing. And I'm gonna also tell you something about this house too. It didn't even fucking matter if somebody had the gun, if they died by the gun, if they was an innocent bystander, they would all show up in her house. Just because she created something that then created a chain reaction in this 3-dimensional world, which caused a lot of deaths. So everybody who died by this gun would end up in her fucking, they would show up in her house. This bitch was going crazy. And I'm motherfucker, she wasn't crazy, but I'm just saying she was actually seeing that shit. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys just got here, please rewind the video and hear what needs to be said when it comes to the healing journey. Take your healing journey serious. Take it serious. We're not looking for, the divine infinite all, to part the sky and all that other shit. I mean, we should be looking for that, but I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't want your hopes up too high. All right, I don't want your hopes up too high. All right, the spirit is going to call for us to make changes and put forth shit. Somebody thought that they was going to die. They're not dying, okay? They're not dying. Somebody is going to have to go under the knife. But listen, call in those fucking spirits. Call in your ancestors, angels and guides, to take the hands of the doctor, of the surgeon, of the nurse, of everybody that you have to see in that medical facility. Understand that our ancestors are over that technology. Okay, whatever it is, whether it's dental, whether it is fucking any kind of fucking surgery, any type of medical anything. Just like police officers, the shit y'all scared of is y'all own shit. You have control over it. You just have to know who's over what. Who's gonna be controlling what in the spirit realm, and then that's the deity that you would deal with when it comes to certain things. Okay, so I don't want to make this video too long. If I didn't answer your inbox, I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at the inboxes from all my platforms, Facebook, Instagram, all that shit. And I'm going to check it out for you guys. I don't know how long they're going to have me still doing blackout messages for you guys. But as soon as I'm in a space where I am comfortable and I don't have to worry about my ops trying to fucking murder me, then I will let you guys see my beautiful face so that you guys know that I am A-okay, okay? So I love you guys so much. Miss Stone, yeah, rewind this video, girl. Because I answered your question about how did I know that I was being given to another gatekeeper, So rewind that video. I love you guys so much. If you would like to get a reading, I'm available for your readings. I have space and opportunity. I will come back with the morning show. I just don't know when, y'all. I don't know when. I like to be on a schedule and shit like that. But then Spirit was also telling me to relax a little bit. I'm so on point with everything. Like, my kids got to be up at 6. Like, one kid I wake up at 6. Kid up at 7:30, 6:30. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the shower at this time. You only got 15 minutes. Like, that's how I live my life because, I don't know. I just always felt like people were judging me or watching me. So I would always try to have everything on a tight schedule. And just lately, Spirit is like, bitch, if you don't fucking relax, you're really going to fuck yourself up, So I just kind of let go of my schedule and I didn't get up. And I've been doing things that's not like really uniform for me to do. So maybe somebody needs to do that as well. Like, it seemed robotic to me. Like, Spirit was like, you're not being free, you're being a robot, kind of, by getting up and doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again every day. So I will see you guys soon. I just don't know when, but gang, I'm out this bitch.